Every once in a while, the best chess players in the world remind us of what it's like to have fun at the board. Pause your video if you want to solve for yourself what reigning U.S. champion Fabiano Caruana played in this position against four-time U.S. champion Hikaru Nakamura as white. 3, 2, 1. Your chances to solve it are now gone, and as you can see for yourself, in round 6 of the 2016 London Chess Classic, Caruana went to Sacktown. Queen takes f6, a brilliant move that not only clears all the spaces white's minor pieces could ever dream of, but it shows us again why having the initiative and the ability to create threats in a chess position is much more important than the dogmatic piece evaluations, the numbers that we give each piece. This move removes the knight from protecting the square d5. This is the first key. It's a fork on the queen and the bishop. The queen's only option, of course, is to remove herself from the fire and guard the bishop at the same time. But after knight f5, what we're going to see here is that weaknesses such as d6, weaknesses such as h6, especially if this king ever intends to get safe, weaknesses such as the square b6 with the bishop threatening to attack the queen and open the c7 square. All of these things are much more important to the overall evaluation of who's better in this position than the material of the queen being better than the minor pieces normally. The queen needs open space. She needs to create targets on both sides of the board, and that's not an option here. Such a great example of what the initiative can be and why you should be willing to part with material if you are the one who can control the threats on the board. Pretty fun, right? Rook to b8 is played, of course, to stop the threat I pointed out, but here comes the first combination I said would happen. The d6 pawn is executed in fashion. After bishop to e6 and the rook comes to the d file, the black king is going to be forced to get out of dodge because of the threats that are going to start occurring against him in the center. Well, with that, guess which next piece comes under fire as highlighted? That h6 pawn is going to be the next target, and of course, black cannot get any material in exchange for this because moves like knight takes h6, well, I'm going to let you decide what that is. I feel too violently, I feel like I'm violating it to go any further. So instead, the queen went to f6. h6 is falling anyway, and the real issue is that as these weaknesses fell, Hikaru was not able to get any further counterplay. Sometimes when you have the more material or the more powerful pieces, as your weaknesses disappear, it opens up more lines and opens up more space for that queen to finally get active and to flex her muscles and to do something. But that's not possible here. She's just simply being dominated by all the other pieces on the board, controlling all the critical squares. And with that, after the move b5, just to kill more counterplay on the b file, finally the last combination is played with knight takes f7, ouchtown. The whole point, of course, is that if the bishop takes, we're going to be opening up mating attacks with the rooks quickly swinging to the open files. So Hikaru took with the rook, but after rook takes e6, queen takes b5, and rook h6, the same thing I evaluated is the case here. The whole point, of course, being that after rook h6 check, king g8, the other rook does come over, and at some point, too many squares, too many bishops, too many problems. I think that's a Jay-Z rap song. We see Fabiano Caruana taking down Hikaru Nakamura in brilliant fashion, a big win in the London Chess Classic, and hopefully some educational and fun stuff for you to take home here today on our social networks.